and then you should be able to slide. But let me just turn that force field off for you. Well done. Anyway, what you see in front of you now is called vault parts. These vault parts allow you to jump over them and also gain momentum at the same time. How do I vault, you may ask? You just get close to the part, and if you're on PC, press space, or if you're on console, press Y, or if you're on mobile, just press the jump button. And that should be vaulting. I'm gonna remove the force field now so you can vault. Time to utilize your slide mechanic, don't you think? Anyway, what you see in front of you now is called a slope angle. This essentially, when you slide over it, it helps you get momentum and more speed, so you can outrun the hunters in sticky situations. You can also do this while you're in mid-air. If you just slide mid-air, then you also get momentum and speed. Anyway, I'm removing the force field now. There you go, now you're a master at movement. Now, what you see in front of you is a dummy representing the survivor. Right now, you're a hunter, but if you go down there and tag the survivor, you will become the survivor. Anyway, the closer you get to the survivor, the more intense and loud the music becomes, but the further you are away from him, the quieter it gets, and the more calm it also gets. Now, after I remove the force field, you're gonna wanna go and tag him using your tagging functionality, either by left click if you're on PC, or by pressing the button X on console, or pressing the button on your screen if you're on mobile. Anyway, I'm removing the force field now. Perfect, you're now the survivor, and he's the hunter. Anyways, you don't have to worry about him tagging you back. He's just a dummy. In fact, let me remove him real quick. Done, he should be gone. Now, there's 3 buttons around you that you need to activate. Each button does a ping sound after 15 seconds to let you know where they are. But there's also exclamation marks that let you know where the buttons are, although it's only limited to 3 buttons. When you activate all the buttons, you'll win the match, but you need to be careful since you might get tagged, so you need to utilize your movement and abilities, which we're gonna get to in a second. Anyway, activate all the buttons now. Awesome, you've activated all the buttons. Anyway, there should be a UI that popped on your right side of the screen now. It's the abilities UI, which you're gonna see a lot. Anyway, you have an ability called Personic Sight. That's a survivor ability, which lets you see all the hunters around you. Basically ESP. So, why not give it a shot? Try activating the ability by pressing Q on your keyboard, or tapping the UI if you're on mobile, or press the button Y if you're on console. Oof, that's a lot of hunters. You're screwed, man. Well, let me teleport you out before you get tagged. Toxic, right?